Now then, she's back on our screens with a brand new reality show, and if there's one thing Olivia Attwood knows, it's how to bring the drama.
The Heat, which crowned its winner on Friday, followed a group of aspiring young chefs battling it out to impress award-winning cook Jean Kristoff Novelli.
Not JC.
Not approved.
Although I did it for the whole series, even though he's told me not to.
The cameras continue to roll, though, once the service was over and the kitchen wasn't the only place where the temperature was rising.
And Olivia Attwood is joining us now. I was literally just trying to get the skinny on.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I loved this group of people.
Same.
But they all formed couples. Are they still together or not? Or
There is some romance still going on. I was trying to keep up with it. I saw them all for a screening the other week, and that's the first thing I was asking. Some of the relationships have kind of dissolved and some of them have carried on. But, I mean, that was kind of like a B storyline to the kitchen drama. So it's not a dating show at its core. It's a competition reality show. But then we see them after work, so sometimes romance was forming. It's kind of, you get that, like, as a viewer, you get that extra insight to how that affects life in the kitchen the next day.
Well, there's drama and there's spice in the kitchen always. Anyway, any kitchen has that
pressure.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that the cameras followed them when they went home and when they went out, they must have been shattered.
You know what? They were a resilient bunch, they rose up to the pressure really well. Yeah.
But it looked like they were all having the best time ever. And
went in Barcelona in the summer, and they're all, you know, they're all chefs with varying experience. They're used to the pressure of professional kitchens, not maybe the pressure of working under Jean Kristoff, but you know, they are ambitious, tenacious. Like, yeah, they are. They're great. I love them.
Jean Kristoff, or JC as we'll now call him, much to his annoyance, I think he's won over 4 Michelin stars over the years.
Very impressive career.
I kind of forget just how decorated he is. How did he cope with these youngsters?
You know something about him that's true for this show and also in his professional life outside the show. He's very big on nurturing talent. Right. And he was talking to me a lot about having a lot of young chefs in his kitchens, you know, over the years, and something he takes like a lot of pride in. So he held them to a high standard, and you're working under a Michelin star chef, the pressure's going to be intense, and he has, you know, he wants the best from them, but there was also a warmth to him and a nurturing. Guys, I took my life in my hands this day with this car.
So did JC, by the way.
Yeah, brave or foolish decision to get in the passenger seat. No air conditioning, no power steering. I'm wearing a red full-length dress.
Manual.
Manual. I hadn't driven manual since I did my test.
In Barcelona, which isn't the easiest city to drive around.
No, they just cut you up. They just, yeah.
How did you find Barcelona? Did you have a lovely time?
I loved. I mean, what a treat!
What a treat!
Like for the culinary side of it, for the, you know, the sort of the products and the produce they can get and that culture, but also just for me on a personal level, great.
Just really enjoy it.
It's like, how often do you get to film places where your downtime is on that kind of backdrop?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was incredible.
So the whole of The Heat is available to watch on ITVX.
Yes. I'm not going to spoil it.
Don't want to spoil it.
No, but the winner is fantastic, and it is out there now, so you can watch the whole.
Go and enjoy. You can actually go and binge it all. It's been a really busy start to the year for you, Liv, professionally
Every
and
which way.
personally. How are you doing?
My feet haven't touched the ground. I mean, we were just catching up in the break, weren't we? Since I last saw you guys. And I guess that, you know, grateful as ever for this, like, you know, wonderful thing that I get to call work, and I can throw myself into it. And you know, I think when you are in entertainment and you have to show up as the person you're booked to be, almost when you're doing that, you kind of trick your brain into, it's a distraction, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just get into it, and I have so much fun with what I do. So that has been that's been my anchor since Jan. But I feel like I haven't breathed. I feel like I'm like... But
I keep seeing your Instagram and you're like in the middle of boxes, or you've had things happen, or...
The apartment, I am now getting there with the apartment.
Are you? Right.
Yeah.
Good.
And it's, you know, I'm very lucky to be in that position where I'm, you know, I'm on my own 2 feet and I can do that, and, you know, not everyone's in that position, but it's moving's hell. No matter how much help you have, it's just hell.
It's never easy, but you muddle through it. You just muddle through it.
But there's the thing as well, isn't there, Liv, that a lot of your work and a lot of what you do is exploring people's personal lives, their professional lives, and they're interlinked, and there's a lot of scrutiny that comes with that. So when suddenly we go through something personally as well, it's hard to navigate. You need to rely on the team around you.
And of course, you know, my start in this industry, and the reason I'm sat here with you guys today is from being on Love Island. And so people are used to a level of access to me, which I have no issue providing still, I'm very open, but I have to do it when I'm ready and I know what I'm wanting to share. And that's what I'm trying to do as I get a bit older, is a little bit more think before I speak.
Right.
Because, you know, once you've said it, it's kind of hard to bring it back. So it's like, well, I'm still digesting things and working things out.
Yeah.
I'm just,
taking a minute.
I'm like, guys, we'll get to it. You know, we'll have a podcast chat. It's coming, but I just need to...
Yes, process it yourself, first of all. We saw the pictures there. It seems like such a long time ago. Do you think people's perceptions have changed now? Do you think, or do you still have to go into a room and prove yourself?
I hope they've changed slightly, just a little bit. But also, I try to focus on how many doors that show opens, and I think it's so easy for people to focus on, oh, well, you know, when you come off at any kind of show, you might be put in a box. Yes, but you're also going to get into rooms that you'd never get into before. So I think what I focused on, especially after the first year of being off Love Island, was like, OK, if I can get into these rooms, I can get this job, I'm going to make sure I show them why I deserve to be in that space. And that's what I put my energy into. And there is snobbery and there's kind of, you know, still a bit of, you know, turning up of noses around reality TV. But at the end of the day, it's a human experiment. That's how I see it. I think it's one of the most fascinating things you can watch. People falling in love, falling in and out of friendships. I think it's so interesting if you can kind of... You know,
it's why reality TV is still so gripping in so many ways, because you're watching the human experience unfold in front of our eyes. I guess the new podcast that you're doing, though, is about exploring uncomfortable, difficult conversations. I think that's what you've said. You quite like the sort of the messy world that we can, and that suddenly allows you to explore.
I like I mean, you're in the podcast space as well, and I like the fact that you have that quick turnaround with your audience that you can't always provide with telly. And I like that you can kind of say the thing, people can say the thing that they might not share in other spaces. And like with Olivia's House, which is my podcast that I'm making now, it's about having those conversations. It feels like a club. And it's almost like we're saying this thing that won't leave the room, but actually it's going to go out to all the listeners that are in the club with us.
That, though, isn't it?
It is, because it feels very cosy and comfy, and it's, we leave the judgment at the door. That's kind of like one of my slogans for the pod. So it's just saying the thing that, people might be scared to say. Yeah. I think we're bringing back unfiltered, aren't we? People want candid, they want...
There's something really important about it being your space, that you're narrating, because it means it's your words. It's not something that's been taken completely out of context. It's all there for everybody to hear.
I mean, you guys know, I have to preach to you, is so much narrative gets put out into that it's not maybe something I've never said or I don't think, and you'd exhaust yourself. You spend all day, I don't even look at half of it. I just kind of, unless it's something really, really important, I'm just like... No. That's not... Because I also love consuming stuff online that it probably isn't true. If I'm reading about Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt, I'm like, I'm right there for it, so... Yeah,
you take everything with a pinch of salt. If you could have anybody on, who would you have on the podcast?
Oh, my
Dream.
I feel...
Go on, say it. Put it out there. Into the ether.
Manifest.
I feel it's Khloe Kardashian would be up there. Or maybe Chris.
Oh,
maybe I'm going to say Chris. Probably a Kardashian, because I feel like there's so many questions I'd want to ask that they haven't been asked yet, which seems kind of crazy because they've been interviewed so much. But yeah, one of them. Maybe.
Any Kardashian would be fascinating,
but the matriarch there would be.
Yeah.
I mean, serious.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks for popping in, Liv. Lovely to see you looking so well.